Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. After LeBron James announced that he will stay with the Lakers for another season and also asked for reinforcements to be signed for the team, the Lakers are in a difficult situation, due to the limited money available. Either trade LeBron James for several good young players and build a team around Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. The second option is to trade Austin Reaves for a solid star and try to win now with Doncic and LeBron. And the latest information is that Austin Reaves will be traded so that the Lakers can bring in new players, due to Reaves' great value in the NBA and because he is wanted by several teams, such as Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Brooklyn Nets, Utah Jazz, Minnesota Timberwolves. All the teams mentioned have players that please the Lakers for a big deal. Austin Reaves will be traded because LeBron James asked for reinforcements to be signed to be champion this season. Austin Reaves' future with the Los Angeles Lakers is up in the air this summer despite being under contract for another season. Reaves has 1 year left on his contract, with a salary of $14 million, yet was still eligible to sign an extension this offseason. The Lakers offered the shooting guard a 4-year $90 million contract, the most they could, but he swiftly rejected, with hopes of a bigger deal next summer. There has also been plenty of speculation that Reaves could be traded away in exchange for some other players in the coming weeks. Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce gave his verdict on whether that would be the right call for Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka to make. Paul Pierce tells the LA Lakers to trade Austin Reaves. 2008 NBA champion Pierce is by no means a Lakers fan, but he regularly discusses the team as a pundit these days. He explained that Austin Reaves is actually a better fit alongside Luka Doncic than LeBron James, due to his shooting and playmaking. However, since LeBron is highly unlikely to exit the team, he would trade Reaves for some more defensive-minded players. "I do love him with Luka, but not with Luka and LeBron," Pierce said. "He fits the mold of the type of player that Luka likes. He can catch and shoot, and he can make plays. If he and Luka were out there, and in LeBron's position was a 3-and-D guy or another athlete. It's just that LeBron is going to take up so much of the offense and not give you the defense, and so is Luka, that I don't need Reaves. He does the same things they do. It's kind of repetitive having those three. So I think you should trade him. You need to find a way to get younger, more athletic, and add shooting. They have a number of problems. People think this is a quick fix. The LA Lakers' biggest offseason needs assessed. Reaves is clearly the Lakers' third-best player, behind James and Doncic, despite underperforming in the playoff series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. However, like Pierce pointed out, the three are all lackluster defenders, so it's extremely difficult to build a title contender around them. The Lakers probably do need to trade Reaves for one of two types of players, perimeter defenders and a rim protector, or both, ideally. If they have to choose between the two, a center should be the priority. Jackson Hayes simply is not good enough to be a starter on a good team. Predicting Austin Reaves' Lakers' future after max extension decision. Austin Reaves informed the Los Angeles Lakers that he would not be accepting a contract extension this summer. That means that he is going into the final season of his deal. It was a smart business decision for Reaves. He would only have been able to sign a deal worth $89.2 million with the Lakers on an extension. By declining that, he can now sign a deal for a much higher amount. Reaves could still decide to return to the Lakers on a deal with more money, but this also opens the door for him to move to another team. Where does this leave Reaves and his future with the Lakers? Will he decide to stay in Los Angeles, or will the Lakers try to trade him before he hits free agency so that they get something in return? It would make sense for the Lakers to explore options at the trade deadline if they can't find a more defensive-minded forward this offseason to put next to Luka Doncic. Reaves is still a good enough scorer that the Lakers should want to keep him for as long as they can. He gives the Lakers a very dangerous offense when he is shooting it well. Adding a center who can better protect the rim would improve their defense overall. That might incentivize them to keep Reaves for as long as they can. It does seem like the Lakers are lining up to move him at the deadline, Unless they have some reassurances that Reaves will re-sign with them after next year, they should look to move him. The Lakers have to make sure that they don't lose Reaves for nothing. They have to figure out a way to get some assets for him if he isn't planning on staying in Los Angeles long-term. Reaves had career highs in pretty much every stat this season, so his value couldn't be any higher than what it is right now. That's why a move at the deadline makes sense for them to do. LeBron James tabbed to betray Lakers in shocking move to Western playoff rival. LeBron James, the NBA's all-time career points leader and, at least arguably, the greatest basketball player ever to take to an NBA court, has ended the suspense about where he planned to finish his playing days. On Sunday, the 40-year-old, 22-year veteran announced he would stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania reported that James, the number 1 overall draft pick taken by the Cleveland Cavaliers way back in 2003, out of St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio, would exercise his 1-year, $52.6 million player option, making him a Laker for his 23rd and possibly last, though maybe not, season in the NBA. Or did he? Strange statement from James's agent. Some curious quotes from the iconic superstar's agent, Rich Paul, appeared to give at least a hint that James would force his way out of Los Angeles after all, theoretically by demanding a trade. LeBron wants to compete for a championship. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all, Paul said, as quoted by Charania. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with outgoing owner, Jeannie Buss, and general manager, Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. That didn't sound like the sentiments of a player fully committed to his current team. Do the Lakers have a realistic chance of winning it all in 2025 to 2026? Put it this way, ESPN Bet sets the Lakers' odds of taking home the franchise's 18th NBA banner at 14-1. Whether James, who has made a point of controlling the course of his own career since that 2003 draft, will put in a trade demand with the Lakers remains to be seen, and probably depends on any further moves Pelinka makes throughout the summer. But if James did choose to play elsewhere, the Lakers would certainly accommodate him. They would not want to be known as the team that denied James his 5th and certainly final NBA championship ring. So, where could James end up, if he chooses to leave the Lakers hanging after all? James could win final title in Mile High City. According to NBA expert Bailey Bassett of Clutch Points, in an analysis published on Sunday, the most logical and obvious destination would be the team that has bedeviled James and the Lakers over the past 2 seasons, the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets won their first championship just 2 years ago. As long as they have 6'11" center Nikola Jokic, widely considered the best player in the world right now, as well as 28-year-old guard Jamal Murray who has averaged 20-plus points per game in each of the last 4 seasons, they appear poised to win another. Adding LeBron James to the Denver rotation could seal the deal. At least, that is what James would have in mind. Leaving Los Angeles for Denver could be looked at in a similar light to when Kevin Durant left the Oklahoma City Thunder for the Golden State Warriors after the Warriors knocked Durant out of the playoffs, Bassett wrote. Durant was criticized for that decision to join the enemy, but at the end of the day, it resulted in 2 championships. James has been unable to beat. With the Nuggets as a first-apron team, they have the freedom to combine player salaries to trade for James, while still accommodating his nearly $53 million price tag and remaining under the highly restrictive second apron. Lakers landed steal of the draft, says John Calipari. The Los Angeles Lakers zeroed in on Adou Thiero in the second round of the NBA draft, moving up from 55th to 36th just to select him. Thiero's college coach, Arkansas's John Calipari, claims the Lakers got the steal of the draft. I'm so proud of how far Adou has come from a 5 feet 11 inches 9th grader to becoming an NBA player. Incredible journey. Forget what round he is drafted in, he is a player they will look at and go, how did he get drafted there? That was a steal. We have had guys go in the second round or even undrafted that go on to have a great NBA career. He has what it takes mentally and physically to succeed in the NBA. Go do it, Adou. Calipari wrote on X after the Lakers drafted his star player. Calipari has produced several NBA stars from Derrick Rose in Memphis to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker and Jamal Murray at Kentucky. Hero could be his first at Arkansas. The Razorback star has the tools to become an elite 3-and-D star in the NBA. He was measured at 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. He averaged 15.1 points on 54.5% shooting from the field and 5.8 rebounds for the Razorbacks last season. But his three-point shot needs work after hitting only 28.4% in 3 seasons in college. Rob Pelinka on moving up to steal Adou Thiero. Lakers president Rob Pelinka raved about Thiero in an interview with Spectrum Sportsnet after the 2025 NBA draft. "We were super aggressive to begin the day knowing that we didn't have a first-round pick," Pelinka said. "Adou was projected by our scouts as a first-round talent and so we were able to turn 55, which is a late second-round pick, into a high second-round pick to pick a player that we had projected in the first round. So it's almost like having the first-round pick that we traded out." The Lakers moved up to number 45 by trading the number 55 pick and cash considerations to the Chicago Bulls and then retraded the number 45 pick and more cash to Minnesota to get to number 36. New money helps Lakers improve around margins. Pelinka credited Jeannie Buss, who still leads the Lakers' day-to-day basketball operations even after the Buss family sold their majority shares to Mark Walter, the deep-pocketed owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The sale at a $10 billion valuation gave the Lakers more resources to make such a move. "Tons of credit, thankful for the support of Jeannie to allow us to be aggressive and use resources to win at the margins, move up in the draft and get a player that we really think is gonna dimensionalize our roster," Pelinka said. "We just felt like one of the things we needed to address was to get younger and more athletic on the wings. Being able to get a player like Adou that can catch lobs from the corner when Luka Doncic is making paint decisions, I think, is gonna be really special. And then he's just got big shoulders, big chest, a guy that's gonna play defense and add some physicality and athleticism to our roster. So super excited about that." Former Texas big man Arthur Kaluma signs with Los Angeles Lakers as undrafted free agent. After 4 years in college, former Texas forward Arthur Kaluma has earned his way onto the professional stage. Kaluma and his representation, Life Sports Agency, announced Thursday night on Instagram that he has signed with the Los Angeles Lakers as an undrafted free agent following the conclusion of the NBA draft's second round. Various sources, including ESPN and The Athletic, have confirmed that Kaluma's deal is an Exhibit 10 contract. Despite not being selected in the 2025 NBA draft, Kaluma's contract puts him in a position to contend for a roster spot throughout the offseason. His opportunity begins with the NBA 2K26 Summer League, held in Las Vegas, Nevada, between July 10 to 20. The pre-draft process made Kaluma busy in preparation for this week. The 23-year-old attended a handful of team workouts as well as the NBA G League Elite Camp from May 9 to 11. Kaluma said the Lakers were the next workout on his California tour in an interview during his Golden State Warriors pre-draft workout on June 4. During his Portland Trail Blazers workout on June 10, Kaluma spoke about the feedback teams had been giving him throughout the workout process. "Teams have been telling me my calling card in the NBA is going to be playing defense and knocking down open shots," Kaluma said. "So every workout I'm in, that's what I try to showcase, my ability to guard and my ability to bring energy and communicate." Kaluma saw his three-point percentage consistently rise year by year in college, signaling potential success as a floor-extending big at the professional level. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches with a 7-foot wingspan, Kaluma's defensive impact stems from his positional versatility. He will look to continue displaying those capabilities this summer. Kaluma's season at Texas was his third school in 4 collegiate seasons, previously playing for Creighton from 2021 to 23 and Kansas State in 2023 to 24. The big man was an important contributor on each team, starting 131 out of 134 games in college and averaging double-digit points every season. This year was Kaluma's third effort with the pre-draft process, so there is no withdrawing and returning to college this time for him, now that he is freshly out of eligibility. It's the real deal for the Glendale, Arizona, local, and signing with the Lakers made that a reality. Kaluma is the Longhorns' second NBA rookie in 2025, as the Washington Wizards selected star shooting guard Trey Johnson at number 6 overall on Wednesday. LeBron trade demand could loom over Lakers after Rich Paul comment. The LeBron James trade watch is on as soon as he decided to opt into his $52.6 million player option with the Los Angeles Lakers. James put more pressure on the Lakers front office following Rich Paul's comments explaining his top client's decision to opt in instead of his customary opt-out and sign a new 1+1 deal. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, Paul told ESPN. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeanie, Buss, and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. It sounded like a thank you and farewell message. We understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future, Paul continued. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that, are supportive and want what's best for him. Possible LeBron trade demand. ESPN senior NBA insider Shams Charania, who broke the news, provided more context at SportsCenter. So, what we do know is he will be playing a record 23rd NBA season, Charania said. Still not sure whether he plays one more season or he has multiple years left, but I'm told he wants to compete for a championship next season, and he is uncertain about the Lakers roster moving forward. The Lakers fell in the first round of the playoffs last season despite clinching the number 3 seed in the regular season. Their lack of frontline depth, particularly at center, cut short the Lakers' playoff run. Team president Rob Pelinka repeatedly said in interviews that they will be adding a center this offseason. LeBron James clearly is of the mindset that he wants to compete for a championship, and he's going to be monitoring very closely on the Lakers going to make the moves that put them in position to seriously compete in that vaunted Western Conference, Charania added. And then if not, where do those conversations go? That becomes a subplot of this offseason Lakers. Luka trade builds tension between LeBron and Lakers. At the trade deadline in 2024, the Golden State Warriors pursued James, but Paul declined and later on, James reaffirmed his commitment to the Lakers. I am a Laker, and I'm happy and have been very happy being a Laker the last 6 years and hopefully it stays that way, James said at the time. However, the dynamics of the relationship between the ageless star and the Lakers dramatically changed when they made a seismic organizational shift, trading James' close friend Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic mid-season. In the aftermath of the blockbuster trade, ESPN's Dave McMenamin reported on the tension building up between the Lakers and the 41-year-old James. And it wasn't lost on James' camp, sources said, that Pelinka prioritized Doncic's involvement upon his arrival and immediately engaged in the Mark Williams trade that he'd asked for, when James had for years wanted the team to trade its picks to improve its roster, McMenamin reported. James could have declined his option and sign elsewhere. However, contending teams do not have the cap room to sign him outright. Most importantly, opting in preserves his no-trade clause, which is his power to control where he lands if he and the Lakers part ways.